Let us solve the exercise number 5 in the part B of operating system lab. In this exercise, we are supposed to write a shell script to accept many file names to the command line, and we are supposed to do the following with each file name. First of all, we have to check if the file is an ordinary file. If so, we have to display the content and also check whether the file has an executable permission or not. Next one is that we are supposed to check if it is a directory, and then we have to display the number of files in the directory, and after this we have to check if the file or directory does not exist. We are supposed to display the proper message. So let's go ahead and let's write the script for that. I will go to the Linux, and I'm going to double click on the Notepad QQ. Let me open this in full screen, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just save this file, and I will go to my documents. I'm going to double click on the my document, and all the exercises are stored over here, and I'm going to just store this one as B5 here. So you can give any name for your file, and I'm going to just save it over here. What you can do is you can hold the control, and you can move the mouse wheel so that you can zoom in or zoom out. So what are the things that we are supposed to do it in this exercise? We are supposed to accept many file names through the command line. So that means to say that we have to first check whether the command line contains any file. If the file names are not specified, we cannot proceed with it. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to check if the number of file names that are given is equal to 0. What is the meaning of this? No files are specified in the command line. Then I'm going to give an echo message saying that echo, and I'm going to say please provide file names. Okay, so this is a message given to the user, and I'm going to exit this code because there is nothing that we can do with the code, and I'm going to just close the if statement. Let me save it by pressing Control and yes, or you can just click on this one to save it. And I'm going to just reduce its size. Let us go to the my document. You can go to my computer and then go to my document. It's up to you. You can go to my document and then click on the documents folder, and then I have all my exercises stored in this here. And you can notice that the file name that I'm currently working with is exb5.sh. You can notice here that this is the file I'm currently working with. I'm going to go to the tools here, and I'm going to open the terminal, and I'm going to just run this file. So the name of this file, let me just zoom in for you so that you can see what is that I'm typing. So the name of the file is ex5b. This is the file. So I'm going to start with the bash and exb5.sh. Now I'm not specifying any file name in the command prompt. So when I do that, I'm going to get this message because I have not specified any file names here. So I'm going to get the message saying that please provide the file names. Suppose if I press the up arrow, I will get the previously typed command. And suppose there is one file here, cars.txt. So if I say cars.txt, this is one file name, and there is also bad3.txt. There is one other file. So if I say bad3.txt, so two extra file names are given in the command prompt. So this is the meaning of saying give the file name in the command line. So this is the command line wherein you are executing the exb5.sh. You are executing this file, and you are specifying some other file names at the command prompt. So now the number of file names that are specified here. So you notice that one file name is specified, space second file name is specified. So this count is not equal to 0, and your program will not do anything, but it will quietly disappear. So you notice the reason is I have not completed my program. That's the reason why it is simply disappeared. Let us complete the other part of the program. Let me just zoom out for you, and let us complete the remaining part. So this first part is that we are supposed to accept many file names, and if the file name is not given, then I will give a message saying to the user, give the file name. Now, and I'm going to exit it. If I'm not exiting, that means the file names are given to us, and then what we are supposed to do it with each of the file name, we have to do all these things. So we have to go through all the files which are there in the command line. For example, I have given a few files here like cars.txt, bad3.txt. With every file name we are supposed to do few things. So let us go and let us do that part. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to start with the for loop. So I'm going to say for every file name in the list of files that are specified. How do I get the list of file? Dollar and at sign. This will give me the list of all the file names. You can have a lot of file names here. It's going to give the list of all the file names which are there even in the command prompt, and I'm going to take one file at a time. That means first I'm going to take cars.txt, next time I'm going to take bad3.txt, and so on and so forth. So for every file name which is there in the list of files, we are supposed to do something. So let us do something. So I'm going to say do, and you know very well every do will end with done. So this will be our for loop. So let's go with the for loop. What is the first thing? We are going to display the content of the files one after the other. So I will start with the echo, and I am going to put one dash 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 line. Now you can do other things, so you can just put dash. That's the only thing you can do with the command prompt here. Then I'm going to say minus n. Minus n means, remember, whenever you call the echo, it will print this one and the cursor will go to the next line. You know very well. So this will add at the end, it will add a new line character. When I say minus n, I am saying don't add the new line character. So first thing is I'm going to display the file name. So let me put it in double quotes. So I'm going to display the file name. What is the CF name? For every file name in the list of file names. So first thing, I'm going to display the file name without putting the new line. That means it will stop after showing the file name, it will just stop there. Now let us do whatever they have asked us. So this is the one file name. For example, it's going to show cars.txt, and it will stop there. Okay, it will not go to the next line. Now that's not enough. The first thing is we have to check whether it is a ordinary file. If so, we will show the content of the file. So that is it. And next, you have to check whether it is a directory. The last thing is that we have to check whether the file exists or not. That we will do it first. Remember, if the file is not there, then you can't do anything. So let us go with the last option first, and that is we will check whether that thing is there or not, if it exists or not. If the file or the directory does not exist, there is no point in us doing anything. Okay, so let us go here. Let me get it in full screen. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write a if statement, and in this if statement I'm going to check if not exist, if not exist the file name. That means to say that if the file name does not exist, so then there is nothing you can do, is it not? Then we will echo, and again we will not take it to the next line, we will echo it in the same line, and we are going to say this file does not exists. Okay, exist. That's it. We can't do anything apart from this. We can't do anything. Otherwise, if the file exists, so how do I say elif? If the file exists, then we can do many things. So if the file is not there, there is no point in doing the first two part. So the file or directory, both of them. If it is not there, you just display the message and say that the file does not exist. Suppose if it exists, you have to check whether it is an ordinary file. So first thing, whether we have to check whether it is a ordinary file. So else if the file exists, then check if it is a ordinary file. How do you check? Minus F to check for the file. So ordinary file. So you are going to say minus F name, minus F, the file name, F name. If it is a ordinary file, then we will echo and say that is ordinary file. So simple as that. That's not the end of it. What is the next thing that we are supposed to do it? And display the content of the file. So we are supposed to display the content of the file. So I'm going to just remember I have used the /n here, even though I have not used the /n, that means it will take to the next line. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one extra line. So remember, echo without anything will add a blank line in the output. You will get one extra blank line. After that, otherwise it will touch one another and it won't look neat. So that's why I'm doing. After that, I'm going to put a dash dash dash. Its contents are and dash 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 dash. Okay, so the content of the file. So they said that if it is a file, display the content. So show the content. So I have to show the content. Okay, how can I show the content? You know very well there is a command called as cat, which is used for concatenation as well as it is used to display the content into the screen. So this f name, that file name which I am taking it in the for loop, that file name is given to cat, and you know very well cat will show all the content as it is onto the screen. After it has shown everything to the screen, I will add one echo. Remember, echo without anything will add one blank line. So see, here you can see a blank line here. If I don't put it, it will touch one another and it won't look nice. So I'm putting one blank line here, and you see that. So I put one blank line. Same thing, echo will add blank line in the output. Okay, and then I'm going to put the echo, and again I'm going to put dash 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 dash, so that see, I can only do this dash 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 magic here. Other thing I can't do with the output here because it is limited, it has limited options. That doesn't mean that we can't do anything, but it will make the code bit complicated. So this first part with the file story is over. So show the content. That's not the enough. Its story is not over. Again, they said that check whether it has an execution permission. We have to check whether it has an execution permission. Now there is one extra if statement I have to do. So I'm going to write if, okay, minus x to check for execution permission. So if what is the name of the file? F name. If this f name has a x permission, what is this x permission? Execution permission. Then I'm going to echo it, and I'm going to say echo, and let me say dash dash dash, and just something like that. Okay, file is executable. Okay, I'm just showing it a slightly different way. Else, I'm going to say echo. Okay, again that let me put it a dash 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 dash, so it looks not, this is too much of dash. Okay, it looks good different. Okay, file is not executable. Okay, done. Okay. Every if will have end if, so that you must not forget. Remember, this is a separate if inside this else if. Now let us continue with the else if story there. So one else if you have done it. So you first check whether the file exists. If it is not there, you say it does not exist. Next you say that what is the name? Whether it's an ordinary file, and then you show the content and you say whether it is executable or not. After that you have to again check for something else. What is the next thing? So L if, what is the next thing that you're supposed to do? Else if, what is the next thing? You have to check whether it is a directory. Okay, so whether it is a directory. So let us go and check for the directory. How do I check for the directory? Minus d for directory. It's as simple as that. So you say a dollar, let me put the dollar f name, that is the name of the file. So if it is a directory, then you say echo, okay, slash n, okay, and you say is, remember this file name, I am first showing this file name like a cat, whatever, bat, whatever it is, cat.txt is, okay, a directory. Let me just remove the mouse pointer from there. Okay, directory. Okay, done. Okay, then maybe full stop. No, okay, that is for good English. Okay, and what is the next thing? Next thing is we are supposed to count the number of files in that directory. Suppose if it is a directory, you have to check the number of files inside it. So how do I do that thing? Let me use a variable called as f count. F count is equal to dollar. Okay, I'm going to use an expression here. So I'm going to use ls minus a, okay, to show all the uh, content of that file inside this directory. Remember, fname is a directory now. I know that it is a directory. It is a directory there. Okay, you show all the content of the directory and then use the word count. Pipe it. So what is this pipe symbol? Just above the enter sign you get that pipe symbol. So this is a pipe symbol. So just look at the your enter, wherever you have this enter, just above that or near to it you get that pipe symbol. So I'm going to give it to wc minus l. You know very well I am finding the length, that is the total number of files. So I will display all the files to wc dot l, which will count how many files are there in it. Okay, and then I'm going to say echo, and I'm going to say it contains dollar f count files. So this is it. It contains so many files. So simple as that. Okay, now so this is regarding the else if. Now the thing is, the file is existing. It is not a ordinary file. It is not a directory. Then what is it then? So what is it you can say? Else. Okay, let me just a minute. So else, remember, this is not a ordinary file. It is not a directory. What is it then? You know very well in Unix you studied that there can be other type of files also. Like remember, everything in Unix is a file, whether it is a device, whether it's a link, whether it is a socket. Everything is a file. So I'm going to say it is other type of file. Remember, it is not an ordinary file. It is other type of file. For example, let me start with the capital. For example, link, socket, etc. just uh, just to say that it is not the ordinary file. And you know very well this if which I started right at the top here, this if must be closed. Okay, done with it. Okay, let me use two blank line echo and echo just to get some blank line there. So this is something is not closed properly maybe. So which one is not properly closed? Why I am getting here, I am getting it in a different color. Okay, let me see where is that I have done the mistake. So let's okay, here see. So I'm getting it in a different color. See, that's the reason I just got. That's a good part about code highlighting. Whenever it highlights, otherwise you will come to know that there is something wrong. It is not changing the color. So by just looking at it, you will come to know that the things are not proper. So done. So before this done, which one is this done? This done is for this do for loop. So I'm just putting two blank lines so that the file names, the content will not show one after the other. Okay, just save it. Save this file. Let us go, and I'm going to just double click on this one, and I'm going to open this two files here, cars and bad 3. Just to tell you what is there inside car. Inside car you have a hero and 0. So some things are there. Inside a bad 3, what is there? Okay, I'm going to say this is a bad file. Okay, and this is its second line. Okay, you are still reading third line. Okay, enough. Okay, some contents are there in the two files. Only two files are being shown now. Let me run it now. So how do I run it? Remember, it is very simple. You open go to tools, open the terminal here. Okay, and within this terminal you have to say bash. Okay, suppose if you are not able to see this one, how do I get that? Type ls command here. It will list out which is your file. So this is exb5.sh. So you can see that file name. You can see this file name in colorful, but you can see it in black and white also. So you can see bash and then ex b5.sh followed by two file names I'm going to use. One is cars.txt, one file name, and bad3.txt, second file. So you have these two files there. Just press enter, and this is what you are going to see. Let me just show you what it is going to show. This one, so cars.txt, remember cars.txt. Let me zoom out and just show you what it is trying to show. Just I'm going to get it here. See, first thing, there are some files are there for every file. Let's look at this for loop. Two files were there. First it's going to take the cars.txt. This for loop will take, and you have this dash 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 line, and you show the name of the first file. What is this? Cars.txt. Cars.txt without the line break. So it will show cars.txt, but it will not go to the next line. Then you check whether the file exists or not. Because the file exists, you check whether it is a ordinary file. Then you say is ordinary file. You can see cars.txt is ordinary file. So you got that thing. Then one line I have given, okay, blank line, and then you say its contents are, okay, and as I already told you, there is two lines are there in that cards.txt. I'm going just to open that thing for you. So hero and 0, two files, two contents are there. So this it's going to show the content hero and 0. It's going to show the content. How it is going to show? This is because cat followed by the file name, it's going to show the content. And then there is one extra line here. You can see there extra blank line is there, and then echo dash dash dash. So this is one. Definitely you are executing the if part. When you execute the this part. Okay, when you execute this part, you are not going to execute the remaining part, so you will not show the remaining part. Very important thing over here is, after showing the content, you are going to check whether it has an execution permission, and you notice that it just says file is not executable. File is not executable because it doesn't have the execution permission. Next, it is not a definitely directory, it is not a special. Then two blank lines here, echo two blank line. Again it will come back and it will go to the for loop again, and it will take the next file name. What is the next file name? Bad3.txt. Again it's going to show you bad3.txt. So here bad3.txt, it is a ordinary file. It's going to show is a ordinary file, and its contents are, it's going to show this is a bad file and this is and so on, whatever I have typed, and it is also not executable, and that's the end of it. Now what if there was a directory? So let me show a directory here. I'm going to create a directory. Just right click here and you say create a folder. How you're doing it in Windows, you can do the same thing even in the Linux, so it is not new here. Right click and say new folder, and I'm going to say, okay, personal. This is too much. I'm going to type it in small case. Remember, Linux is case sensitive, so if you type in capitals, any letter in capitals, you must type it in the same way. Personal. Let's say OK. So you created a folder called as personal, and I'm going to double click and open this folder. So you can use the up arrow to go back. This is same as Windows, okay? Or you can use the back. Yeah, double click on this personal, and I'm going to right click and say create a text file. And what is the name? I'm going to say my CV, my CV dot, say CV dot txt, okay, and maybe HTML, okay, what I can say, my photo. I'm just using my photo dot jpg, okay, photo. JPEG photo is there. Okay, this is my personal content. Okay, that's enough. Two files are enough for us. So I'm going to use the up arrow, and this time I'm going to use this personal. Okay, and I will create one cat. Okay, what is this? This bad file is there. Bad file, or maybe, okay, this let's say this bad3.txt. Just right click on it, go to the properties of this file, and you have the permission. So same thing what you're doing it in Windows, you are doing it here also. Right click, go to the properties, go to the permission, and you can say what are the things. Is executable. This is what I want, make it executable. So here if you notice, the file is not executable, file is not executable, it is coming like that. So I will make it as a executable. Rest of them I'm not interested. Let me click OK. So this file now becomes a executable file. Okay, this is an executable. You can see the permission here. It has not changed the permission, but okay, let me just say is executable. Has it changed? Is oh, I think I don't have the permission. So executable for everybody. Yeah, I think I have to use Jamod for that. I think this should work. Let me see. Okay, let's just try this one. Let us go to the file here. Let me go to this one. I'm going to use the up arrow, and I'm going to retain this bad file. This I will change it to bikes. Okay, bikes are not there. Remember, bike only cars are there. Cars.txt is bike is not there. I want one thing to be shown as does not exist. Okay, so then I'm going to use the, you can't click here, use the right arrow or left arrow to go from one place to the other, and I'm going to say personal. This is going to be my folder. So let me go here, and let me just zoom out for you. Okay, and I'm going to double click on this one and I'm going to press enter. So let us see what are the things it is showing now. So first one, bikes.txt does not exist because you know very well bike is not there. Bad 3 is an ordinary file. It is still and you know bad content, you know very well it is executable because I made it executable. Last time it was saying it was not executable. I changed the permission as executable. Then personal is what is it is a personal is a directory. It contains two files, which is true in my case. It contains two files, and this is what I have counted. And display, where is it, display the number of files in it. So it contains two files. Okay, you can show that two files are there. Now only one extra thing, again this is extra. Your program is working fine, there is nothing wrong in your program. uh, this is just an extra information. See, this is one way of calculating the count. Here there is a other way in which you can count it using the find command. Now your teacher might have told you that use this find command. It's up to you. I feel that the one that I have shown you here is the easiest one to remember, but you can also do the same thing with this command also. There is this I will just remark it, remember, but it is better, this one is easier I feel like. But my work is to just tell you what are the other possibilities are there. Use the find command. Find the f name. Okay, so find this f name, and you say max depth here. Max depth is 1. Don't go, what is the meaning of saying max depth 1 here is let me just double click and tell you what is the meaning of that is. Remember, this personal has only, if you look at here, it has this is one folder, that's it. It may contain one other folder. Okay, you may have one other folder inside. In that case you say that restrict yourself to on depth 1. Don't go again inside one folder, inside one folder. Don't keep on doing it. Just restrict yourself to one depth, and then you say type is, let me just double click here and get it in full screen. Type is file, and then pipe it to the word count. Okay, so I don't know whether you are really interested in typing all these things here. This will also work. So what you're doing is you find the file name and you say max depth is 1. You go only one depth at it. Don't go inside other folder, inside other folder, and don't do it. Count for the files, not the directories, and then give it to the word count. Okay, so let me save it. Okay, remember I made the other one as a remark now, but I feel that one first one is okay, and I'm going to just type the same thing again. What is interesting, you won't see any difference if I type press again. You are going to see the same command. So what you are going to see here is it contains two files. Whether you take the trouble of typing all these things or whether you type only this part, you are going to get the same result. So these are two ways of getting the same result. One is more professional, this one is more professional, this one is for the student. Okay, so because you are a student, I bet you are going to use this one, but if you are a pro, you can definitely try this one. Okay, option is yours. Now you may also have other type of files like link or anything of that type. Now where is that link? Okay, you can right click and create let's you have let me just zoom in for you. I don't know whether you will be able to see it. You are watching it in your phone, then it is easier. So this link to a URL. Okay, a link to a device. Okay, this is a link to a device. Okay, a link to an application. Okay, so you just create a link to an application. Okay, so this is what is it, MS Word. Microsoft Word. So Word, what is the spelling of Word? Okay, click OK. Okay, where is it? gone. Where is it gone? Where is the link gone? I am not able to see. Is it? Did I press OK? Okay. So link to the, just give a name to it. Okay. What is the application? Word. I'm just creating the command. Let it be all of those things and MS Word. I don't know where it is gone. Okay. Permission is there. You have the command. ls is the command. Let's click OK. Whether MS Word, okay, it is, oh, it is there. Okay, MS Word dot desktop is there. I'm going to just say MS Word, not a desktop. Rename it. It is there. The reason is you won't see this one because it won't show you the hidden files. Okay, so again, if you want to see all the hidden files also, I'm going to just say MS Word. That's the name I have given. Okay, just remember that, because it is not, I think, instead of this, I would have created a link to the URL. Okay, Google www. This is going to create, I think, google.com. Okay, just click OK. I just want some, again, it won't show you. The reason for that is, if I just say, just to show you here, ls minus a, you see that it will show ms.desktop. It will show it is there, but it won't show you here because that thing is hidden from the user, so that you don't unnecessarily click on some link and do something weird. So that's why it is not shown. That file is there, so you can notice that ms word file is there. So I'm going to just use this command and also add ms word. ms word. Okay, that's a link I just created. And you notice, where is it? Oh, it has not created a link. It has created an ordinary file, so it will show you the content of that ms word. It is not it has not created a link, so I'm not able to show you that one part. Let me just zoom out for you. I think the easiest way I can demonstrate to you is, I have already shown you a device called as a null device. In our last exercise, I was using a device called as a null device. I'm going to use that one. I will just clear all these content over here. So I'm going to use a bash. Okay, let it be bike does not exist, and I'm going to say dev dot null. Remember, this is a null device. Okay, so this is actually a device which is there. So I, instead of me showing you something which is taking too long time, so this is actually a device, null device. So I will say that div dot null. In the last exercise, if you've seen that video, I've used this one for suppressing the out. So I'm going to use that one, and just let me press enter. Remember, bike is not there, so it says bike does not exist. And this dev dot null, remember, it is not a ordinary file, it is not a directory, it is a some other type of file. In general, it's actually a device. It's a like your CD or anything, you are just dumping it. See, whatever what you're showing on the screen is dumped onto the monitor. In the same thing, if I can dump it to the null terminal, which will not show anything. So it's not a file as such, it's like a device. So it just says that it is a other type of file, and it can be link, it can be socket, and so on and so forth. So this last one which I have used here, uh, else it is a other type of file. So this I have not shown you, that is why I just taken time to show you this one also. So all the options which were there, I have shown it to you. So that's all in this exercise. Thank you. We will meet again in the other exercise. Thank you.